We ready to do the thing tonight? All right. I popped in. I saw a couple of people already here. People already smacked that like button. We appreciate that. It is approximately just like 3 or 4 degrees cooler than the surface of the sun. So if you see me drinking copious amounts of water out of a clear glass, because it's effing hot. Real quick, I did finish up yesterday. I gave her some beautiful eye color, kind of a pop of color, and gave it a nice wash. And then I hit it with some Mr. Hobby Super Clear. And it's nice and matte. Walking in the desert, still looks like it comes from like a foresty region. I'm happy with it. I think that's way better than the original paint job. I still think the face is goofy. I do want to put some armor on it, so we're going to do that today, and we're also going to make at the very least, we may also do the saddle. That's the wash. We also may do we're going to do the saddle. We're going to do the shelf on the back, but I want to make a couple of little pieces of like armor for this guy, just because I think it'll make the joints a little better hidden and a little more interesting looking overall. So let a couple of our friends pop in the room. Hello, friends. Yeah, and this is what I did with the wash, is I put it on and let it start to dry, and then I just wiped it off all in one direction, you know, pulling down like I tend to do. And I got some really great results on the neck. Really like defeats that kind of airbrushed, oh, by the way, we put some tan on it to show the belly. I think I did a good job. All right. Now, I don't have a rider for this yet, but I do have some ideas. What's up, Triple D? How we living? Happy Tuesday. Glad you could join us. Yeah, so let's work on some armor. This should be simple. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to overcomplicate it. We're going to do some stick-on foam. I'm going to put super glue on it. But I have some thin 2 millimeter EVA foam, craft foam, and we're going to use that. All right, let's see, what color are we going to use? Just for fun. We'll use pink for fun. It's not going to stay pink because it's going to get painted, but we're going to use a little pink, the Pink Dino Club. So I would like this to be, let's see here. I'm thinking about how I want this to appear. I mean, I know what I want it to look like, obviously. Just thinking about how I want it to sit on this guy. Do I want it to be ringlet armor? Do I want it to be like scalloped? I think scalloped is going to be the best way to go. Kind of like plate on plate on plate. So let me just start with a smaller piece. I don't need all this material. So, oh, I cut right through the silicone mat. Son of a bitch. I'm so used to cutting on this. That's all right. That's funny. So we'll just put that put that aside. So we've got this here, and I'm thinking, yeah, about that. That was funny. Maybe only funny to me, but that was funny. So I got 2 legs, both sides about the same. These are gonna look man-made. I want them to look created. I don't want them to look like, you know, there's a bunch of dinosaur armor out there in the world. I just want it to look like this was something that was like specially hammered together, put together for this particular dino. So we'll go, we're gonna cut it about 3 equal pieces each. So that's just 2 cuts. 1, 2. Okay, so got those. Just gonna line them up here. And again, it's just 2mm sticky back craft foam, or you can use non-sticky back 2mm craft foam. If I had 1mm, any real like substantial 1mm left, I'd use that. But 2 is fine. So we've got that. I want to give it some texture. Normally I would do the foil ball or a brick, but I'm wondering, I want to try something. Where is it? I need some really... I want to give this some texture, something different. And this is how I brainstorm, right? It's not the best, obviously, but this is how I do things. I kind of just grab shit and try and make it work. I have somewhere over there a special foil ball that I used. There it is. Haha. I'm gonna use the foil ball, but we're gonna try it a little differently here because I want to use. I want to use the foil for the leather on the saddle. I'm probably going to be using some of that foam, so I don't necessarily want to use that. All right, we're gonna trust the process here. Okay. Giving that some stomps. Now, I've done that, and I'm gonna peel back the middle layer. Super glue the edges together. But first, to add some more of like the homemade kind of feel to it, this is a sharp, relatively new blade. Snowflake is yelling to be let in because she wants to be the whole head of the program. And if you do see the super chat challenge there, yes, I am absolutely serious about that. I will do the entire stream as Grogu. I will dress as Grogu. Not this stream, obviously. I would make it a special event. But yeah. And then we'll give it a little angle, right? The top piece, we're gonna call this the top piece, the very top. We'll give it an angle. It's like, wow, this was cut specifically. It's got an angle to it. Top is there. And then the next piece will be under it. And then the following piece will be under that. So I guess what we'll do for the middle piece, we'll keep that like that for the bottom one. I'll show you. It's going to be easier to show you than it is for me to say it out loud, because that's how my brain's working today. So that's what we're going to do, if that's all right with you folks. You kind characters that have joined us for this wonderful stream. Super glue on there. I'm going to go ahead and place that there, just overlapping that. Just overlapping that. That is going to cure. Possibly. Keep forgetting about the slipperiness of the foam against the foam. Come on. I got super glue over the back of my fingers now. Alright. We're gonna speed this up with some chemistry. Okay. Alright. So we got that together. Let's peel the back off of that. And we'll put that right over top of this bottom one. And I'm going to use the sticky backing on there just as like a placeholder. Just a little bit there. Some more chemistry. Boop, 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 boop. Let me let Snowflake in here. She's a... Oh, somebody donated 5. Well, thank you, Aunt Big Daddy Dry Brush. It's supposed to rain here on Thursday, Sarah. It's supposed to rain here on Thursday. Let me let Snowflake in. Ma'am, I'm in here. Come on. You big goof. Go say hi. Out there screaming like you're lost, like a little kid lost in a Sears. Seriously. Dear, no, I am not opening that door back up for you to go gallivanting out there. There we go. Liam, what's up? Get you another for your brother. What are we getting, Liam? How you doing, baby girl? Okay. So, now, I just want to take my knife, kind of round the bottom, rounding the corner, rounding the corner. Normally, this is very much a case of Famine Studios. Famine says, do as I say, not as I do. And I'm telling you not to do this that I'm about to do. You understand me? I am not god dang responsible for you getting hurt or catching something on fire, or barely myself. This is basically heat sealing the things that we've done. There's an air conditioner blowing on it. The super glue is flammable, so be careful about that. But we've essentially heat sealed the foam, so all the cells are closed on the foam. Now we can really add, like, bring that down here. We can add some dings and tears. We can add some, like, big scratches in between the two pieces of armor. Just little bits of storytelling. And then we're gonna push that together there. Gonna have to get some glue on the back of that there. This is one of those cases where it's like I wish I had just again, I used to have so much EVA foam when I was a cosplayer. Tons of it. And I've given a lot of it away to other people that are far more entrenched in the hobby than I am. Entrenched isn't the word. Is that the word I want to use? People that are still active in the hobby. That's what I want to say. What, Snowflake? Do you need to? We're not doing the up and down thing, buddy. I'll let you go. Go potty or do whatever it is you gotta go do. Have fun. Love you. Furry little cartoon character. But people that are still way more active in the hobby than I am, I've given away a lot of my EVA foam. Now, I have kept an emergency pack of 10 mil and 5 and 8 mil. But those are for, like, you know, one of my nieces or nephews is like, oh, Uncle Famine, can you make me a cool Star Wars armor for school on Friday? And you're like, little man, it's Thursday at like 7 o'clock at night. I know, but I need it. It's like, all right, guess I'll make a little tiny set of Mandalorian armor, and then I can be the hero. So, you know, I like to make my story and my life about myself. I think that's fair for everybody. I think we all can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And let's put together this other one. I think we're gonna be a little bit smarter here. Digging this one up. I'm wondering if I can make this look a little different. Maybe I'll make both of these look a little different. Okay, got the damage. Okay. Again, do not copy me. Don't do the things I do. But if you were to do this, you do it until the foam gets shiny, and that means that the foam is sealed up. So now it's got a glossiness to it. You can see that, but don't do it. Like I said, don't do the things that I do. This one I don't think is going to have the curves in it. Well, we'll see. But just gonna try something a little different here, because we can always make adjustments in the long run. It's just foam. It's not going to hurt anything except for my spirits. Oh, apparently more people have. What are you guys doing? So who are the other people? What's going on here? Oh, Sarah. Not clickbait, not jump scare to watch now. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I didn't even see that. Faminites. Bated breath. Later writhing. All right. Okay, well, thank you, guys. We are fucking nearly halfway there. I did not see the other ones through, and I happened to look at the corner. Thank you, Sarah. All right, so we've got this here. Again, I think we'll go that way. And that one's going to be a little newer, and I think I have an idea of a way to make this look kind of cooler and different than the other side. What's up, Triple D? What does that say? Welcome to base. All right, thank you, Triple D. You just joined as a member of my channel, and I appreciate that. Well, this has been a very exciting stream. All right, so I'm taking these tweezers. They've got little tiny tips on them, and I'm just gonna push them down. And I'm thinking this is gonna look. I'm hoping this will look kind of like the way samurai armor is put together. Kind of does. I'll try to do that on this too, or maybe on this one I'll do like a different rivet pattern. There's a couple rivets there, a couple rivets there. Yeah, why not? Rivet. Rivet. Cool. All right. We'll do this one here real quick. Let's make my life a little easier. We can be smart about this, guys. This is me just completely, wait, what just happened here? I'm seeing member, did you? Oh, you're a producer. Thank you, Mr. Producer. What's up, Red? Boy, things are getting exciting here, man. This is totally, this idea, I don't know if this is gonna work. This is painter's tape. It's about the thinnest tape I have. And I'm gonna go ahead and fold it once. And yep, this should work. Fold it again. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and peel that off. Place it on this tape. Okay. And then trim off all the edges that are exposed. And then this way, it's got a backing, and then when I put it on there, it'll have something to grip other than the foam. Kind of forget sometimes that something with a smooth backing with an adhesive on it, like a piece of tape, doesn't respond well to other liquid adhesives. In this case, it would be the super glue that I put on there, which is why I had such trouble, and that's why there was that, you know, small bit of movie magic with the fire. Yeah, famine set a fire. That's right. That's right. Hit the like button if you want to see me accidentally light things ablaze. It seems logical. Hey, look at that. Did you get more from Patreon? Do I get more? From Patreon, I do get more. YouTube is pretty good as well. It's just YouTube pays out at a certain point after you reach a certain monetary goal, which I try not to chase because it is a higher monetary amount. But Patreon, I'm able to withdraw it whenever I choose to withdraw it. So that's how that works. Snowflake, I can hear you, my love, the sweetest cat in the whole world. And I know what you're doing is you're out there looking for the red laser. Okay, yeah, somebody just called. And apparently that... Okay, yeah, somebody just called. And apparently that just interrupts the whole fucking caboodle. But, see, Snowflake, earlier, I played with the red laser with her and Azrael, and she's been corpuscular ever since, looking for this laser. And I mean, the funny part about the laser is I've got it right here. She doesn't know that, right? Obviously. Lest she wouldn't be chasing it. But I think she was out there looking for it, and that's why she wanted to be let out. So, I mean, I gotta let her in because she's doing that pathetic thing where she does like her meh, and I'm a big pushover. Especially for Snowflake, but we'll see. Maybe she'll calm down out there. This is what people are like, oh, you'd be such a good dad. I'm already a pet dad, number one. And number two, like, yeah, I would be, but I don't want to be. Can't make me. Factory shut down. Done. None of those. All right. So, all right, we got two pieces of armor here. Let's seal this one up. We'll get painting on this one, and by the time that one's painted, this one will be ready for paint as well. So I got a little Mod Podge. I already fire sealed it, but for the sake of paint adhesion and looking like the other piece when we do what we're going to do to it, let's put some Mod Podge on it. And I'm sorry to hear that somebody got a hold of your card. I've had that happen to me twice. And the one I felt kind of bad because it was like somebody in the middle of nowhere was trying to buy Burger King, like $6 worth of Burger King in the middle of the country, in the middle of the States. And I'm just like, that's not me. Jesus, I feel bad, you know, because somebody's pushed that far to just try and get some fucking Burger King, but also like, I'm not some major corporation. Like, don't rob me. Like, please don't rob me. Alright, so that's got the podge on it. It's podged up. Podged up on a Tuesday. Is that a thing we're gonna say? We're gonna make it a thing. Alright. Surprise, motherfucker! enjoy your debt that you just took on, bitch. I'm gonna use the Apple Barrel matte, $650 worth of sporting goods. Somebody probably bought a shotgun. That sounds like a shotgun and a couple of boxes of ammunition. I'm sorry that happened. The other time they acted like they I will say this for the credit union that I use. Sometimes they annoy me, but they were like spot on. They were like, this purchase doesn't look like anything that you would buy. And also, this person's trying to make purchases in like fucking Guatemala. And so we're just going to shut your shit down and give you a new card. And I was like, well, thank you. I don't, that's one of those things where it's like, I like that they act swiftly, but I hate that there's the whole, now you're 10 days without access to your own money because some asshole, unless you come to the bank, because some asshole tried to spend your money. It's like, God damn it, you know? At least that's how mine is. And then I signed up for Tested.com, Adam Savage's his YouTube channel that he and Norm run. And then also I had signed up for a certain adult website, paying money. Yes, you can pay for it. And it was a website, and they completely froze my shit up. And they're like, oh yeah, somebody was trying to buy this thing. And I was like, yeah, that was me. And they're like, okay, well, what about this Tested.com thing? Is that like a medical test? Are you sick or something? And then I had to like try and explain after we had this completely awkward conversation about, yes, that was me trying to purchase this adult video subscription. That Tested.com had nothing to do with that, and that it was a website, you know, subscription for a YouTube channel that they, you know, build models. There we go. Maybe working now. Audio back. And it's funny because I sent this person a link to the live stream, so I'm hoping that she eventually looks at her messages. Credit union caught it and froze everything. Had to wait 10 days for a new one. And yeah, it's strange how they I get the logic, but also like, can't you just like scramble it and encode it or something? It was either Guatemala or Guam, one of the G's. It's been long, knock on fucking fake particulate wood. But it's been so long since that happened, I'm glad that I can't remember. Miss Snowflake, are you going to hang out in here? Or are you going to meow at the door and run off again and go chase the red dot that doesn't exist out there? Yes, Snowflake, I hear you. Let me get the door for her. A cat parent's job is never done. Come on. Get in here. I love you. Did you not think it was me when you came in here and I opened the door for you? What? Do you want to say hi to everybody? Come in. Oh, there she goes. Say hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, guys. I'm being a menace. All over. I'm not doing the door again, buddy. Probably the rooster. That was Snowflake being adorable. All right, while that's drying, I think I can prep part of what I think is going to be the storage in the back, or at least like the landing. I say landing platform, but I'm thinking I'm going to use one of these. Hey, Jess. Yeah, I was streaming when you had called, so it like kept freezing the stream, but I couldn't message you because then I would have minimized the stream. I think I'm going to use this. This is one of the kits from Diorama Accessories, one of his floor grate kits, and I think I'm just going to cobble that and maybe turn it into something that sits there. Maybe I'll do two of them, and the saddle will be up in this region, I think. We're working on it. Alternatively, I could put like the load, T-heat load in the front. We'll figure it out. Okay. That's drying. That's drying. So let's prep this with some cheap black paint, just to seal the MDF. Make my life a little bit easier in the long run. And that's the cool thing about MDF is if you just paint it raw, it will soak right into the stuff. But if you put a primer coat of anything on it first and then paint, usually people like to do Mod Podge. I find that the less expensive acrylic paints like Apple Barrel, they're good and thin enough so that they can very well apparently. He turned in chat. Oh, the chat. Okay. I was like, how do you turn up in somebody's cat? I don't want to know the answer to that question, actually. I don't. But yeah, like I was saying, one of these thinner acrylics, I put a coating of that down before I do anything else on there, and it does tend to act as a good primer, especially for these smaller pieces of MDF. But if you're ever doing like a home project and you're painting an MDF cutout or something, seal it first with Mod Podge or just a clear coat from a rattle can. Wood glue is another really good one, so that whenever you put your coating on, it doesn't absorb right into there, or else you'll be putting layer after layer of paint on it, because MDF is very porous and will just eat. It'll drink up whatever paint you're putting on there. And I also like using the thinner acrylics because then it allows for the light laser details that are etched into it to, you know, dry, and then they'll be visible because it is thinner. I'm also going to paint the bottom, just because the bottom, part of the bottom, no matter which way I put this, is going to be showing. So we'll do a good job. We won't skip corners, because I like, you guys know, when I do, quote, action figure photography or take pictures, I tend to shoot low and up. Makes them a little larger than life. It's how I like to view my heroes and stuff. But Snowflake is building a fort over there. Anthony and Meg, that's because of you, what's going on right now. That's still the paper that she loves. Snowflake, people are tuning in because of you and not me. And that's fine. Maybe they'll have to dress you up like Grogu. I don't think she'd ever let me put clothes on her. I think she would, she's very good and very, independent like that, where if I try and put something on her that she doesn't want to wear, she'll fight back and she won't wear it. Like, the fact that she wore the calming collar for the longest time was surprising to everyone, but I think she liked the smell and the way it made her feel, and she looked pretty in purple, and we spent a good amount of time telling her how pretty she looked, but I don't think she would do the Yoda thing, the Grogu thing. Oh, okay, now we've got just Hold of Dead's lights and stuff. Alright, that's good. What a cat. What a cat you are, Snowflake. That's what it is. It's people, they tune in, they hit the like button, and they look at Snowflake being absolutely friggin' adorable. Huh, Miss Snowflake. You're just so pretty. You're just so pretty. People tune in to see you. And they don't want to see Dad's goofy head. They don't want to see my goofy ass head. I trim my beard because it's hot and I look kind of like a Fraggle now. So I don't know. I don't think they want to see me. I think they tuned in to see you. Yeah. You all cozy and made a nest? That's Snowflake. T55 laser. That's crazy. World building. Do I know this person that you guys are talking about? I feel like, not that I know everybody in the world, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like I know a lot of people in the world building and toy community, so is this somebody I know, or are you using like their government name and I'm just out of the loop? Or I'm going over this with some black craft paint because the foam is really pink and it's showing through that thinner paint, so I'm just going after it with hobby paint. Not craft paint, I should say. Co-host, used to co-host with another YouTube friend. Okay. And he used to co-host with Wilhelm. Gotcha. And somebody said he's not well or was having some trouble. I hope that he does better, because I think we're all we're all hit with a lot of stuff, and I think we could all stand to have some time and have better luck with things. Because I don't know about you guys, the world doesn't feel super great right now. There are still good things and good people, but I think that a lot of folks could stand for some joy and positivity, positive things happening to them, and not all the bad stuff that's happening. So try and be good to each other if we can. And if you see somebody struggling and you're able to help them out. Wipe the brush. Clean it up a little bit. All right, so this armor part has taken a little longer than I wanted it to, but that gives me a little bit of time here to think. Oh, that over there, is that what you're asking about? Oh, thank you, imaginary questioner, for buying me some time. That's a lot of my toy vehicles. I had them in the office because I needed a space to store them when this was my bedroom. Now it is a studio, so I figured I could bring them in here and find them a permanent home. They'll be a little better organized. Some of them fell out, so I had to put them in there with the cart rolls. It's a work in progress. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. It shows you're really paying attention and just warms my heart. My cackles. The cackles of my heart. All right, what are we gonna do here for a potential seat riser or something? I have sticks. I kind of want to make this. Okay, what are you? You're that weird frame thingy. That's actually kind of badass. Kind of dig the look of that. So then how would we put it on here? We would just mount it, but I need something on either side. All right, so I'm going to put this together. I like that as the base. It's almost like a basket. It's not really a basket, but it looks interesting. And that's what I'm going for. When I said I was doing the rule of cool on the dinosaur, the cool can also be the little basket thingy. And because Snowflake's over there. Go. So don't get it on her. I'm gonna go like this. Boom. Cool. That is perfect. A little bit. Oh, this side hasn't connected well. There we go. Do you need a drop of science? We're gonna put a drop of science on here. A little chemistry. Here we go. The words of Jesse Pinkman. Yo, Mr. White! You thought I was going to say the other thing, didn't you? Okay. So we can put this on there like this, and then there's a space to hang things. We can dangle droid parts or something if we need to. But now I just want to find something like a cardboard tube, a tape tube, a roll, something. I don't want to use a toilet paper tube. I have a couple saved, but I was using those for a camping project. Something that's half. I think I got something right here. All right, coming out. Hands up. Ah. Very sweet letter from our friend Red. And I've got this tote here, and it's full of plastic shit and cardboard shit, real oddity shaped things, and a couple of vehicles. I could put it up on the table. what's the sense of having a giant table like this if I'm not using the entire thing? Right? You know what I'm saying? So we'll just move a couple of things out of the way. We'll put away the fire, we'll put away the black paint because we don't need it. Put away the science goo for now. Move that sharp thing. And I'll put that there. And then, I'll raise you guys up. And pop that open. Okay. So I saw somebody say Pringles tube. Too big. Too big. But I did see on the side, which side where it was sticking out? Down here. Let's see if I can pull this off. That's actually a piece of my old car. Little ashtray. Not ashtray, but like coin tray. Yeah, there you go. These, which I'm thinking I could do, maybe. One of these on either side of that thing, almost like a pontoon thing, so it looks like it's something that can be taken off. I think that's right. I wanted to use these for some backgrounds. Look at this. This is just turning into famine digging through stuff. You guys didn't sign up for episodes of famine digging through stuff. You signed up to watch me make stuff. So we're just gonna pop that back on there. Slide that back in the hole. Right, and we're back. We're back. So I'm thinking, maybe I don't even need two. Maybe I only need, well, guys, it's almost like it was friggin' meant to be. Same exact length. So, just put one of those on there. There. Boom. So we've got kind of a little platform. Put it forward a little bit. That's a good idea. Alternatively, no. I don't need to unnecessarily complicate this, but the desire to unnecessarily complicate this. These are wax coated because I think this was for tape, so it helped the tape not stick to the last bit of the roll. I could be wrong. I can't remember what these fucking things were, but that makes sense. So I'm just gonna scuff up that surface so when it comes time to paint it, careful, famine. Don't lose a fingy. Don't lose a Ferengi. No, that's not what I said. Okay. Now that I've unnecessarily complicated that, actually. I mean, I didn't do a half bad job. No, it was all bad. Let's see here. I feel like I'm doing too much while not doing enough. Does that make sense? I should just cut a piece of cardboard. Or, yeah. See, sometimes I have the tendency, and I imagine, I can't be the only one, maybe I am, but I have the tendency to get really excited about an idea and jump headlong into it and then get like a quarter of the way through, not even a quarter of the way through, and be like, oh shit, this actually is not gonna work the way I want it. Whereas this, I think, will work the way I want it. And then it can also be moved forward a little bit. So I can place that there. That satisfies me. That's the way we're gonna do it. So let me get a little channel cut out of here of just the paper. That's the first step. Paper off of here. Oop. Don't take too much paper off of here. And if you can hear me mumbling to myself, I promise I'm only a little crazy. Okay. And just super glue down the middle. Line that up. Oh. Come on, super glue. Yeah, man. So part of my issue is that I also have the patience of a toddler when it comes to these quick, like, I want to do things quickly. So I'm like, yeah, let's just load this up with glue. And then I'm like, oh, that's not lined up properly. So then I start to fiddle, or fidget, I should say is the F word that I want to use. Or we could say fuck with it. And get myself into these pickles where things don't go precisely how I need them to. That should hold. Good. All right. then put that off on there. I'm just going to take some Mod Podge, and I want to glue the edges. I'm going to Mod Podge the edges of this just so that the paper stops fraying, because that's the burden of cutting one of these cardboard things in half, is that once you do that, it starts to delaminate itself. And if you're like me, and you knew that going into it and you did it anyway, you know you're going to have to seal it up to help keep those layers together. So, saturating that little bare exposed part with some Mod Podge is the way to go. It'll soak right in, and as it cures, it'll hopefully stop those from peeling apart. Alright, and then I'm also just going to put some on here so that I can paint it as soon as it dries up. Give a nice coating on there. All right. And then I'll do the inside too, because why the heck not? Get a nice coating on there. Nice coating of Mod Podge. Some of the podge on this bad boy. Let that sit. Now, as far as the saddle goes, you've all been waiting for it. I'm going to deliver it, but let's get these. I am a cactus when it comes to delivering on that thumbnail, huh? Dry brush this with some plate mail metal plate mail color. Shining silver, plate metal. Tuna, what's up? Our old pal has arrived to the chat. I was inspired, my friend, and poppers need out. I was inspired by you, and hence this this project. That Brachiosaur was incredible. You did a remarkable job on that, and it just inspired me to do work on this little weird guy. So thank you for your continued inspiration, my friend. Like, I had seen it and I liked it, and then like 10 other people sent it to me in my inbox, which is great because everybody knows like I'm a geek for this type of stuff. So the fact that everybody knew me well enough to be like, oh my god, he probably already saw it, but in case he hasn't, let's inundate his inbox. And I appreciate that. Okay, so that one's taken care of, and let's get the other one. Do this Big Daddy dry brush action here. Miss Snowflake. She doing good things. She being good kitty. Whoop. Okay. then that pink spot really wants to show. That's okay. It's all right. I'm just gonna. All right. Okay. So that's there and there. We've got a nice piece of armor on there. If I come back and touch it up, which I will because that pink is going to irritate me, a little bit of the pink showed through, but I might do maybe like a pattern or like a decal, a logo of whatever group is bringing him. And then just the same treatment on this side. But actually, before I do that, I use my silver pen to just hit those rivets that we did. And then just drag a line in between each of them. I'll show you why I'm doing that in just a second. Okay, that's good. What's that there? Tap there. There. Okay. So we got Dino. It's got his armor on that arm, leg, whatever you want to call it. Let's see here. Perfect. So that's the effect I was going for. It's like it's purposely designed for protecting that. Like it's not crazy armor on there. They don't have a full kit, and who knows maybe where they came from. These guys are fully outfitted. You know, that could be a thing in the future. Maybe I do that. But also, he maintains the articulation. He maintains articulation. I'm happy. Now, that's still drying. Saddle. So I've got crappy, already used, dirty fabric here. And you guys have been seeing me use this, the whole thing. I've got like some brown and some patterns on there, some glue. So I'm going to cut that square out. And that's going to be like the saddle pad, I think. So we'll just... Okay. And we can even go so far as to double that over. And then maybe there. Do I want to have... No, not that green. Famine, you can paint the fabric. I know. Got this green. That's too... Well, that certainly does catch the eye. Let's see. Certainly does catch the eye. maybe we do... Again, don't do the things I do. Because this is like crappy nylon fabric. Not like fully nylon, but probably like 80%. So I just want to cut down on the fraying. And it gives it a little character, if I'm being honest. Okay. So we would go... fold that in. I think we're gonna use a trick from the old days, guys. We're gonna do, oh, I got water, my friend. I've been putting water away all day. It's been unreasonably hot. Trick from the cosplay days. Instead of sewing, we'll just use our good brother hot glue. And you're like, Famine, that's not going to hold up to horseback riding, or in this case, dinosaur back riding. To which I'll say, you're absolutely right. It's a good thing it's a toy. Now we both look silly. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you came here to do? Came here to embarrass us both? Well, you've done the job. Then I'd probably say something mean, like, you know, make your parents proud. Then you'd be like, shut up, man. You know I don't like talking about what happened to them 14 years ago on that spaceship. And I'd be like, well, somebody needs to bring it up, because you've been avoiding it your whole life, man. And then we'd probably wrestle a little bit. And then we both break down crying. And I'd tell you, I'd hold you. I'd say, it's going to be okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's going to be okay. And you'd just be like scream crying into the pillow. Because somehow there's a pillow in this scenario. So, got that. Let's put a little padding in here for the shape. So, we'll go wide. Boop. And just go around again. Okay, and then we're going to put that as the side there. Put that there. Cut off some of this excess. Oh, also, I do my best, my damnedest, my faminism? Are the dinosaurs intelligent? Depends on the dinosaur. Some of them, I would say, like dolphin smart. They are animals, but some of them are really well trained and really well responsive to cues. They are creatures. They are, you know, sentient beings. They are aware, but they're also beasts of burden and are used as such in Gimmick. More like, you know, like horses and stuff, and less like Jurassic Park or Dinotopia. Less like Dinotopia, more like, you know, Jurassic. Because I mean, aside from part of the reason for that, honestly, is because aside from our new entry in the world of playsets and stuff, the Blurg. Well, we got the Blurg, Tauntauns, just a couple other odds and ends. We really don't have much as far as like Beasts of Burden and Star Wars go, and I wanted something a little different by doing dinosaurs. We're gonna just glue this to the other fabric here. Okay. These fucking strays. We got strays everywhere. I think I'm gonna need a little more hot glue, so I'm gonna heat this back up on the charger. Hey family, why don't you bring the charging cord over to you? Well, you know, that's a good fucking idea. Thank you for bringing it up to my attention. Self. My Berkey pitcher. Filtration. Water filtration filter. There we go. Words are hard. I'll see you guys liking this. I'm just continuing to let my mustache get comically large. Alright. So let's get some crappy black paint. That's worth our worth the price of admission tonight, that's for sure. And I keep saying crappy, I do not mean that in a disparaging way. It is just a much lower quality paint than the black hobby paint that I tend to use. And so when I say crappy black paint, I'm not being shitty. I'm just being honest. Add some more pigment. It's just like, I don't know, a teaspoon more to each run. It would really help out. Plaid? Wouldn't kill you. Wouldn't kill you. And they're friends of the channel. I like the folks at Plaid, and they've sent me a lot of complimentary product. They still send me stuff in the mail from time to time, which is nice. Usually it's like, here's an influencer kit, and it's like a hairband, a small bottle of Mod Podge, and a couple other odds and ends to make a cute Valentine's Day or Halloween decor thing. And I'm like, that sort of thing ain't me. Guys, you guys, we've met. Why would you send me that? And then I wind up using the hairband for something. So, I mean, just not what they want. Which is why you haven't seen any partner videos with them. In case anybody was wondering. I keep talking about how they like sent me stuff. But they also were like, this isn't sponsorship, this is just ideas and stuff, and a thank you for being such a supportive member of the community and bringing awareness to our product to people in your hobby. It was very nice of them to do that. Okay, so got that there. Let's get some more hot glue on this bitch. town. As I recall, Tuna, your dinosaurs. Tom Selleck won't have shit on me. I will not let Tom Selleck shit on me. But Tuna, as I recall, your dinosaurs are intelligent because I remember you making tiny little reading glasses for a Dracoriac, possibly a Pachycephalosaurus juvenile. There's still a debate that it might not be its own species, but Dracoriacs. I'm saying it wrong. I know I am. I'll just keep saying it until my brain gets it right. But yes, there's still debate in the community, the dinosaur scientific community, about the whether or not it is a species of its own. Tuna Jr. went missing for a minute. Yeah, no. That's, look under the couch. That would be the first spot I'd check, I think. So, I'm gonna blast this with the heat gun because I need to test fit it. So I'm gonna slide off camera for a couple of seconds. And I'm gonna mute you guys. Librarian named Gurney. Okay. I'm gonna mute you guys so I don't blow out your eardrums. So I'm thinking and then the reins, pull the head up a little bit. Let's see here. Catch your answer to the gimmick. They are just, dolphin smart. Some of them are cow smart. They're beasts of burden. Okay. The alternative is we put the rider Yeah. I like that there. famous garden wire. Don't want to be your beast of burden. Yep. No, we don't want to use those. Those are the nice ones. These are the ones we use for choppy metal. Instead of rope, or, you know, cordage or anything like that, I'm going to use this because that means I can put it on and take it off. But we'll do a little socket with the hot glue. You'll see what I mean. We'll get another piece, probably a little bigger. It'll be around the belly more. I could measure. I could. I'm not gonna, but I could. I am capable. I'm just not gonna do it. Okay. Same thing. Ah. Nope. That's not gonna. That's okay. Let that cool a little bit. Made a mistake. That's neat. Just make our measurements. All right. All right, so then we're gonna go cut right there. That one is going to be cut right there. Just come in and be gone from here. And then be gone from here as well. Do a little tucking there. This will be something like that. Bring that back in here. Just tuck that underneath there. Come on. There is a method to the madness, friends. There's always a method to my madness, except when there's not. So, like, maybe I guess there's not always a method. You get what I'm trying to say. You understand. You kind of pick up what I'm putting down. Look, I just work here, all right? Okay. Alright. Got that. So we have a saddle on there, and then we'll have a bridle, right? And a bit. Dinosaur is going to use a bit because it's a dinosaur, but it's also like a giant horse cow. And that. Okay, that'll sit there. And then how am I going to attach that attractively? Meth-induced menace name, but very savage built. For our harassers. Nice. Yes, it is. I played a little dumb yesterday because I hate pronouncing that because I know one day I'm going to mispronounce it even just a little bit off, even though I know it's named after a location of Niger. But the names tend to rattle around in my brain, and I don't like when they do, especially I don't want to be incorrect on something like that, you know? You know what I'm saying? Okay, and you're gonna need give me somebody who can straddle a horse real quick here. Steve Rogers, do you have a... You do. Look at you, you beautiful man. You Captain America. You're America's captain. You can ride this thing. Okay. That's perfect. Look, he's even got good saddle position. Save a Nigersaurus, ride a cowboy. Okay. That looks... That appears to be a pretty... Ah! But yeah. I'm digging that. That's got, like I said, I'll have some reins in a bit. Probably some stirrups. Maybe I'm on the air on the stirrups, honestly. I feel like when you're riding something that wide, you're gonna hold on to the dinosaur. All right, so do I want to attach that? do want to attach it. But also, no, I need this to stay removable. I need it to, just for my own tomfoolery. Alright, so get a clip. Alright, I got an idea. Everybody stand back. Tape. I'm gonna need some of that green tape that we were using. What are you doing? Sarah, when you're holding something that wide, you're gonna hold on with your drill press. What am I doing with my drill press? Hang on, there's things going on here. You can make a peg system. I could make a peg system. Fuck, you're not wrong. That's a good idea. All right. Okay. And just come along here with your goddamn logic. That's too big. I don't have a drill bit that. Do I have a bit that big? No, but I have a bit that small. Even if it's just one. Yeah. Right. Advice. You want some unsolicited advice if you were to get something cloth to cushion the big grate, attach cloth like you did the saddle. That is true. I like the pin idea, and then I can also do the fabric thing too. So this is a 2-for-1 special. Right. Yep. Plus, everybody just wants to see me punch a hole in a dinosaur. That'll work. Jesus Christ, that dinosaur's got a family famine. What are you doing? Oh my God, the horror. You can hear the screams. Oh, right in his spine. Oh, he's into the spinal fluid. Good call, Red. This is Spinal Tap. Okay. So I can cut a little bit of that off, and that'll seat in. And yes, the peg's gonna live on the cardboard thingy, because I don't want the hole to have a white thing sticking out of it if I take it off, because like I said, then I'll be able to put fabric over it and make it swap-a-pop-a-wool. Okay, so once again, place that in there, and then put that on. How far back do I want you? That's too far back, I feel. That's a little farther forward than I'd like, but I think that's the sweet spot right there. So it's going to be right there. That's gonna go in there. Ahead of time. And then science, mother freaker. Yeah. All right, Mr. White. Science. Just a little bit of CAX on it. Famine, we are not going to talk about your favorite blue. Not late before time. All right, so again, burdened with knowledge about Land Before Time and also All Dogs Go to Heaven. And yes, I'm aware Five Goes West isn't technically one of his properties, but still. It's Fievel and a dog who's Wyatt Earp adjacent. And the dog teaches the kid to give him the lazy eye. And that's one of those things that always stuck with me. And boop. Ta-da! Good call, Red. Good call. Let's load this bitch up. Got some stuff here. Some thing here. We put that on there. Some parts on there. A little more. And then sexy Steve Rogers. I saw what you said. Give him the lazy eye. Look at that. We loaded it right up with supplies. I'm just gonna throw my human. Ooh, knocking shit over. Ooh. Cool. And I think on our next, well, maybe not our next live, I may take a little break off of this guy. I don't know. Or I might just work on him during the week, but I was thinking we could do some adornments that could go on there. But also that feels like just one of those things where I'd sit and fuss with it for a while. Yeah, buddy. That works for me. That makes me unreasonably happy. Obviously not the yellow box that's... And I've got these like canisters and shit. I could put, you know, a couple of those on there. Or maybe a trio of them. I don't know. I don't know what shapes are. My parents never taught me shapes. They didn't love me enough. Sorry. Is Dinosaur gonna have a... Am I gonna give you technology? No, he doesn't. He doesn't need technology. Does he? I I've been wanting to stick this to something. That's what she said. Yeah. Leave it alone, fam. That's out of the way. That's out of the way. Let me just do a little bit of a cleanup here because I did kind of make a friggin' mess. Oh my God, you guys, I made a friggin' mess. You don't even know, okay? Do have a little spear for Cap instead of his usual shield. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he's into these days. Could be Savage Land Cap for all I know. Styrene. Oh, that little styrene stick that I used, by the way, guys, to make that peg, that was for my COVID test. Yeah. See, I recycle. I recycle lots of things. Garbage. Cool. I like it. That is neat. Alright, I'm gonna let this guy chill out. While I've got a dry brush out, I want to do a little bit of dry brushing on this Greebly so I can get it attached to the wall over there on Gimmick. This isn't even a tutorial, this is just me showing off at this point. You guys know, old Big Daddy dry brush over here, shining silver. But I don't know what this Greebly was from that Aunt sent over, but I absolutely cut it so it was flush. And I could mount it flusher to the wall. Could not tell you what it's from. He probably could. Am I going to ask him? No. Why would I do that? Why am I giving this any weathering at all? I don't know. like it's hanging on a wall, right? Shouldn't have much weathering at all, but it's outside space, as Tommy Pickles would say. Boom. Nice weathered up greebly. Do I wanna? Do I want to take it to the next level, guys? Do I want to climb that ladder? Imagine that derelict. Hold out of goodwill. It's a derelict vessel. We had salvage rights. Ants wrestling it from a little kid's hands. Give it to me. It's funny because it's possible. Ink. Famine. Can you dry brush with ink? Whoever just asked. We're gonna find out. Oh, the snowflake. I imagine we can. Yes, we can. Make it look like there's just some greasy exhaust running down. Well, see, that's the thing. Is like, fuck them kids. I don't know. I don't feel too bad about it. I don't think I've ever had like a moment's remorse. Unless there's like a child there and he's like, Mommy, can I have that please? And she's like, no, that grown man's got it. I don't know why they're all of a sudden British. But like, I don't give a shit. I'm just putting some Nuln oil in these things to add a little bit of oiliness. Oiliness? Oilosity. PTS Mountains password kill instead of highway. Yeah, no, I get that. But also, fuck them kids. Not literally. Nobody do that. You do that, you should go to the special hell and get dragged behind fucking cars and stuff. You get what I'm saying, though. Does she medicate you, or just the doctor? Because I feel like if she's medicating you, like I don't want to drink the Benadryl Coolada, Meg. Drink it. That's all I can think of when you're like, she medicates me. All right, and that's gonna go. I kind of see. I always. I'm always a little extra. It's like now that I've done that. Just want a little bit of yellow. Are you eating the paper, you chucklehead? Snowflake. Really wish you wouldn't. Thank you. Love you. Oh, you're cleaning your tail. Okay. I was preemptive in my, hey, don't do that. I'm just putting just doing a really like close to the edge, but not quite to the edge on there, so it looks like maybe the paint's chipped away. But also like maybe these yellow things were warnings, or just that's how it was factory presented years ago. I don't know. That is true. That is the special hell. Shepherd book says so. Man, I miss Ron Glass more than I miss some of my own relatives. Boom. All right. I'm not gonna add anything else to that. I am gonna go add it to the wall though, with copious founding of our flavored hot glue. What do you mean flavored hot glue, you ask? I mean, everything's got flavor. Uranium's got a flavor. You just don't wanna. You don't want to eat it. There we go. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Cool. Oh, you guys can't see. Probably help. And of course I put it, there you go. Can you guys see it now? Can you see it now? It is in the corner where the shadow is cast over it, so that light doesn't help at all. But yeah, just another detail, another layer. Did you say flaming hot glue stick? Flaming hot glue stick. New from Tostitos. I found someplace special to put it too. Yeah. Look at him. Just doing dinosaur things. Ooh. Excellent. He's got armor on. Using my chin to hold. There we go. Yeah. I'd say we classed this guy up a little bit. Turned it much cooler than it was. Fix that pink spot that's showing there. Don't mind me. It's just something that will keep me awake at night. That's all. But yeah, we got a cool dinosaur now. Dinosaur noises. Dinosaur noises. Stomp, 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 stomp. Yeah? You like that? Yeah? You want to take that home? Weird dinosaur pervert. Take it home. What's wrong with you? Bet you never thought you'd hear somebody get called a dinosaur pervert tonight. Sometime this month, I know June is rapidly ending, and I have an event that I'm hosting, cosplay contest at Toying Around on Saturday. Are you going to put the pontoon sides on the... No, probably not. Like I said, I'll probably put some accoutrement on there. But sometime this month, I'd like to do, I don't know, a repaint or maybe make this more realistic looking of the Spino. I like this weird fucking abomination of a creature. It's so strange. I like it. It's got the newt tail. Gecko, fucking, not a gecko, but something that swims like a trout. A tuna fish. Tuna fish. Tuna fish. But he's got some really cool details that get brought out. Like they didn't paint the claws. There's no paint like below the neckline. Just like, I think there's a lot of opportunity here. You're like, oh, dinosaur noises. Like his face is all like super detailed, even just a few washes. Like I feel like this guy could definitely be definitely look really cool. But also, that could be for another time. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I just keep looking at this guy. I'm happy with how he, she, or they came out. Yeah, it was Spinosaurus the clock, Sarah. It was Spinosaurus the clock. Right now I'm just making eyes at this beautiful critter that I've done. I think maybe some could make some tie downs for some stuff. I'm not gonna sweat too much into that because that's something that can be like built up upon over time, you know. So like, oh shit, he's carrying a box. What's that? You need another box, and you got a crane. Well, shit, put that other box up there, buddy. Boom. And dinosaur's gonna go. Or maybe his associate here, half-naked 3PO unit. Maybe his associate here could be involved. Like, yes, you go that way, dinosaur. Dinosaur would be like, oh, dinosaur noises. I have bedrolls from Bjorn. I also have bedrolls from Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Bjorn. I've got statues. He could transport old Egyptian statues. Thanks again to Ant. Look at that. Could be moving those. I could make a crane attachment to port into that little hole that we put there. There's opportunity. I actually thought about coming up with a way to add this bucket loader. I do use mustache wax, however there is no mustache wax in this now. This is just washed after I shaved, and I train it, so like during the day I'll just make sure it's out of the way, and also I move it out of the way when I eat. But I will use mustache wax if I have, like, if I'm going out and I'm feeling fancy, and just really make it stand out, because God knows I need people looking up here instead of down here, you know? I have impressive equipment, and I don't need people staring at it, all right? I know, okay? I'm more than just what's down there. I'm also this. This is the face that runs the place, all right? So I need eyes up here. Oh, me. Yeah, I'm excited. But also, like I said, I have this this bucket loader piece, and I was like, oh, maybe I could either use it on a dinosaur as like a faux foot, kind of like a replacement foot or something, or you know, could make it somebody's arm, you know, like a droid's arm, just like a big mecha, almost like a Hellboyish glove, except it's just for dirt digging. I don't know. That's a future option. I've got a whole bunch of weird options, but we are at the 2-hour mark, and I do have to get up for work in the morning, whatever that's about. But thank you, everybody who stayed and played. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing to Patreon, if you subscribe to Patreon. If you are a channel member, I appreciate that as well. I will be back sometime this week, probably with a Thursday night stream if I get one in, but definitely you'll see us on WMC Friday if there is one. If not, I'll have a live stream. Everybody calm down. I'll be here. But I'm going to go scrub all the filth off my hands and the glue and all that stuff. I appreciate you guys. Love you all. Thank you for being here. Go to the links in the bio and all that stuff. To sweet me. Be good.